In front of your camera is Mzee Nganda Chizdoma Dima Musa, live on Mzee Nganda Chizito Madiba live. Today we are to talk about the political arena, which is full of mixtures of happiness and coldness in the Republic of Uganda, whereby this country is heading in the general elections of 2026. But as we speak, NUP had to unfold and unveil its party flag bearers, especially at local council levels. That is at mayor level. When you talk about cities, you go to division levels, city council levels, like the Kampala Capital Authority. I was seeing engineer Barimwezo registering today with the Electoral Commission of Uganda. Very many people at local level were unveiled. But following the unveiling, there were a mixture of hot and cold, whereby some foot soldiers never received the cards to be the flag bearers of NUP, the National Unity Platform. This party is led by Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, aka Bobby Wine, formerly musician, and most of the youth. When I talk about the youth, that is between 18 to 40 years. A big number of them are aligning to this political party. Reason: the person who is acting as the candle of this political party is within their age. For example, Mr. Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, aka Bobby Wine, is 43 years of age, but when he came on board into the political arena of the country, he was almost 36 years, yes, and people felt like they are affiliated to him. Another issue why the youth are so much affiliated to this political party is that the way they look at Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Bobby Wine is the way he rose through the ranks to become a successful artist, a successful personnel, and a successful politician. He started from scratch, whereby he was a vendor, a grasshopper, seller. Then from that side, he came to music. He started from scratch, and he became the reason and one of the main artists in Uganda, starting from 2000 to 2016, whereby he had inspirational songs, he had revolutionary songs like Stuka Tutambule, which he sang to Dr. Kizza Besigye Kifefe, veteran journalist, right now in incarceration. So he has been a voice of the voiceless. That's why very many ghetto people, very many poor people, and very many old people so value, so that it is a cause for the country, because when you look at Bobby Wine, he was successful, wealth-wise, successful, being much known, successful in travels. He has been a person who has his own property at a large scale. You look at his family, very successful, and it rose eyeballs from the nationals as of why he had come out to stand, because they knew he was going to be frustrated by the regime. And indeed, it happened, but this didn't stop him from being resilient and standing for the cause he had come for. So it is not by surprise that many of the people, many of the youth are rallying behind his political party. Since 2020, when the party was unveiled, right coming away from the People Power movement, which was started in 2017, very many people agitated to stand and contest on the party card. The party revolved and evolved from the National Reconciliation Unity Party, which was led by Paul John Bosco Chibarama, then Paul Kagombe and others, almost 17 of them. But through the talks, because it was not going to be easy for the regime to allow Bobby Wine to register his party. Surprisingly, and by surprise, this gentleman with his co-friends, they registered the party, and it caused a storm within the National Electoral Committee, whereby some of the people were fired. For example, Joshua Taremwa, Ruakojo, and others, the Secretary Generals, were fired from that institution which leads or which heads the elections in Uganda. So it was so much of to be careful when you are choosing your contestants or when you are choosing your flag bearers, because the regime was ready to infiltrate the system of the National Unity Platform. So what they did, they had to use the old constitution of the other old party to see that they can put up a section or they can put up an article which can easily allow them to act like a ANC of South Africa, to act like a CMM, the Chama cha Mapinduzi of Tanzania, to act like the Labour Party of UK or Britain, and other parties, the Communist Party of China, whereby the party can easily select its flag bearers, front them, than exposing them to the entire population, whereby the regime can easily buy off the voters, can easily bribe the voters to stand behind the person of their wish. So this time round, the National Unity Party or the National Unity Platform had to get a select committee led by Madam Harriet Chimtai, then Mr. John Meru Sebufu, and others, Rovanis Ranyaga and others, who led the vetting process. And this vetting process started very early, last month of August. They vetted people. The vetting was basically on the party ideology, the values and what you have done for the party. They were getting 40%. Then the ground, they hired an international organization to come and do for them the survey down in the slums, in the villages, in the parishes, and they created this data, delivered it to the EMC. Then the EMC had to decide who took the day. For example, 10 of the people could contest for one position, and the party could easily choose based on research and the question is answered of who to be the flag bearer. Here came a day, that is on Friday, when the party had to unveil its results to the general public of Uganda, international community, and this was local government councils, the cities and the mayors. It caused a storm from some party members, especially the councillors, the division mayors, who thought that they had more ground and zeal to be the party flag bearers, and this has caused some of them to go independent because they didn't receive the party ticket. Going independent wouldn't have been bad, but it sends a signal of frustrations within these people, because it was very clear that if you were beaten by the opponent, just stand behind the opponent. And if you were not in a position to accept the outcomes of the vetting committee and ground, you couldn't waste time to come and disturb the vetting committee. You would have just gone independent. You know, since Bobby Wine came on the political scene, I have come to witness and see very many things. The people whom we thought that they had that national character, they had the seniority, most of them have ended up being exposed to be working for the regime. You'll get to know that some of them always have been culprits of corruption. The party calls them to order, and they were like, they are less concerned about it. Of the people who were denied or didn't receive the party tickets is the Chila division mayor and another one of Nakawa. The Chila division mayor, Motebi Julius, claimed that the party officials received bribes when they were vetting. This was live on NBS TV on Barometer Kasameme. But when he was asked to table evidence, this same gentleman couldn't do so. But he was just on parapase, miyase, and just holding on moving water. But in actual sense, he was drowning. This same gentleman, after stating all those allegations, he was asked by the deputy spokesperson, Alex Waiswa Mufumbiro, if that person was requesting a bribe from you to give you the party ticket, why didn't you come to the party headquarters and you interacted with the concerned authorities? He remained mute. If it was so, as you have said, should we say that even in 2021, you also bribed the same committee to get a flag? And then he said for him he was genuine. So it is not about the political feelings and the political atmosphere that some people think they are better than others. I have a feeling of these people. Yes, when you are denied a party ticket, you can get some frustrations, but you have to reorganize yourself. You are not the best of the best. As you may think, with your wife, with your sons and daughters, people have names when you don't know. I can give an example. Somebody was asking, how did Nup conduct the survey on ground? Why didn't those people come in open so that we can see them? Then we have to use rare sense, even not common sense. Because common sense can stop, and you start using rare sense. Because rare sense is not for all people. It's for a few. If you are dealing with a dictatorship which can not allow parties to operate easily within the country, to solicit for support, to mobilize, how will that party allow you? I mean, how will that government allow you to open up and you go make up consultations on ground to see who has the ground and who has no ground? We have to use logic. That is rare sense. In The Art of War, a book written by Shanju, he was like, when you are fighting with your enemy, don't expose all your cards. Because the moment you expose all your cards, you are prone to be beaten hands down. When you expose all your kings and tactics, you are prone to be eaten alive. You have to understand that you are dealing with a monster which has spent 40 years in power. So when you are fighting it, you have to use Rob Dob style, the way Bobby Wine says it. You have to act under the carpet, because you know very well the RDCs, the GISOs, the DISOs wouldn't allow such committees to go down. They will be easily curbed down because they want to make their master, the incumbent, happy. So we have to use that sense that please, you cannot deal like that. But instead, you have to act in a way which leaves you still standing. And in my view of the system used by NUP, the ANC of South Africa, the Chama cha Mapinduzi of Tanzania, the Labour Party of Britain, and others, it is the best option of internal democracies within the party I will opt to consider, especially in the dictatorial regimes we are dealing with. When you expose your opponents to general elections, it is easy for the regime to get money and power into your registered members. Then they give you a member who is not worth it. So then you come, you start telling a person, we have to do this and this as a party, and the person, because he knows you have no mandate over him, is going to do otherwise. In the parties, we have consensus. Time has reached when you want to do something of great benefit to the country. You have to move wholesomely with your members holding your card or holding a flag. But it has been witnessed of recent in the 2021 to date that some members of NUP, when they went to the positions they contested in, they became unruly. The party was like instructing them that we can do this and this and this. For them, they did otherwise. And the person is coming out to tell you that you please put them in the fields so that people can come and line behind them. Or you get ballot boxes, then they come, they cast votes. Whereby in Africa that the rampage and rampantness of corruption is the order of the day. I was seeing the second elections of NRM, whereby the party members and the chairman poured too much money in that election, and themselves came out to speak what they did. So for you are even not in NRM, so you expose your cards to the incumbent who can do such in his party. Meaning, you don't know what you are going to do, you don't know what you are going to do. So, NUP, through its secretariat, it has done a tremendous job knowing that we are dealing with abnormal situations. And in the management, abnormal situations are solved by abnormal solutions. When a person acts abnormal, act abnormal, so that you can equalize. And when you equalize, that person will come back to order. But when you are acting abnormal, you have to use the rare sense of knowing how to do things right compared to your opponent. I was seeing some foot soldiers, the likes of Madada and others, claiming to be having ground. You don't have ground, my friend. You don't have ground. I tell you this, all the numbers you are talking about are numbers of Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. All the energy you are using to talk within the camera, the energy is all about Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, not you. Because by 2017, even you couldn't stand in front of people and you tell them that, you know, I want to be this and this. So you have to be genuine. Looking at Sauda Madada, the legacy, the image you had built, it is going to die away. You know, always Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu said, you shall always see them on their do's. In my language is tuli balabira ku bikolwa byabwe, not on their words. So Sauda Madada coming out to even be nominated, it was a shame on you, madam. You are going to be embarrassed. You know, I'm always sitting in my chair here and I'm like, do these people learn? Do these people pick lessons or pick a leaf from their friends? Did you pick a leaf from Rushwa Luwemba, who thought that he had ground in Kawempe North, but results came out when he was only having 349 votes in the whole constituency? Some people who contested against the party, my friend Patrick Mujuka in Nachifuma County, other people have been doing so. Many of them have been punished severely by the general public. And going back to the party, it has been a very big tug of war. Somebody was telling me that maybe the likes of these foot soldiers, the Sauda Madadas and the group, need to be rewarded. My friend, I can use this example of football. We are just at quarterfinals. At quarterfinals in the FIFA World Cup, in the CAF Champions League, CAF Confederations Cup, in the UEFA Champions League, Europa, the Conference League and others, no person is rewarded at that level. You have to be at the finals. Now, you want to reward these people even before getting the presidential seat. The main picture, the broader picture, is all about presidency, not the positions they are yearning for. The information I have, that because Sauda Madada wants to be the woman councillor LC5 at City Hall, she's going to be getting 6 million per month. It is lowering you, but at the same time, it is going to put you down, hands down. That's one. Two, it is putting down your flag bearer on Member of Parliament Kampala, Zahara Rulika. I was seeing her on CBS when she was now distancing herself from you. So when we are doing things politically, you have to be calculative, not embarking on it. Because when you embark on emotions, people will get to know that maybe this person has his or her personal vendetta or personal reasons, but not national. You know, we have to act mature, whereby very many people are using us as a yardist. You know, So, another one. So, we have to know how to deal with things maturely. You are getting exposed. I know it is not going to be easy for you to go back to NUP, because I saw you spitted out very many words against the party secretariat, especially against David Lewis Lubongoya. And in doing so, you are barring yourself. I told this to Bernard Ruiga, formerly the Councillor LC5, Kampala City, for Makerere. I told him you are barring your political career, and since then, he has never resurrected politically. You know, the electorates are not stupid. Those electorates, they know what they want. Those electorates, they want change. And they know the only party which has that mantle, it is NUP, the National Unity Platform. Now, for you and your friends who are like telling you, you have this, please, they are lying to you. And they are going to leave you after the election is when you are totally ashamed, when you are loneless, and no respect at all. We should learn to know that in very many things, for example, I can be very good in writing research reports, but I may not be very good in the presentation. Those are two different talents. I may be very good in sporting talent of football, but I may not be very good in coaching. Those are two professions which are parallel. I may not be very good in university or school administration, but I may not be very good in teaching. Most of the politicians in Uganda should learn that you can be a very good mobilizer. People can listen to you. But when it comes to elections, people will diss you. I will give you an example of Rubega Mukaku. Rubega Mukaku is a very good mobilizer. Very good. But when it comes to standing for positions of leadership, people don't see him. People neglect him. These electorates are very funny. When you go to some villages and towns, people will clap hands and dance for you. They say, please, we are going to give you a vote. Where have you been? We have been waiting for you. Even you give them some money for those who don't have ground. After leaving immediately, your opponent comes. They do the same. Where have you been? We have been waiting for you. You have good ideas. The same people who said they are going to vote for you. Another opponent comes. They are going to use the same words. But where immediately all of you leave, they start dissecting one by one. For the time and experience I've been in elections, it is 99.9% people in electoral areas are going to tell you we are going to give you a vote. But when they are lying, only 0.01% or 0.1% are going to tell you we are not going to give you. For example, 1 out of 10 is going to tell you I'm not going to give you my vote. Live in your face. The 9 are going to tell you you are our man. But when you leave, they start saying the quality is uncalled for. The quality is lacking. The quality is below sea level. So before you yap and talk about you have ground, you should know you don't have ground. You don't have. You know, I talked to the Reverend, I talked to the Sheikh, I talked to the Father. Those are not the people who vote for you. I was seeing Mayor Julius Mutebi doing a blunder that maybe Nup went into the borders. It inquired from the border riders. The question is, are those border riders in Kira municipality or not? Are they the real people to vote for you or not? So you wanted NUP to go to the fathers, the reverends, and the sheikhs, whom you guys in politics bribe? We have to get serious. You know? You come out and you say, please, I'm the only person who has to receive a card. That was my card. Who told you? Who told you? You know, I'm the only person who has ground. If you have ground, why are you yearning for this card? Just go straight. Even don't come to these parties to disturb you. Go straight and you register as independent. But seeing a person moving from NRM, coming to Nup, then moving away to PFF, it's also embarrassing and worrying. They deny you a card today, the next day you move to PFF. Do you understand the PFF's ideology? Did you read its constitution and you understood it? Or you are just doing it from feelings? You know? You are the people saying, you know, I have experience in politics. The experience you have in politics even cannot make you to lie low like an envelope to first read the constitution to where the party you want to affiliate to reads. Even you cannot stand the new party's ideology, but in just one day, after denying your party ticket, you move like a swarm of bees. You know? You move like a beaten dog. You know? People should come to know that you don't own any voters. You don't. You should know that you don't own voters. Those voters are not stupid. And the EMC, the Electoral Management Committee, led by Madam Chemtai Harriet, did a very tremendous job. And I came to know that these people are worth a Thanksgiving. Out of the 30,000 people who contested, actually 40,000 people, it managed to deliver 95% with some errors in 5%. The errors were like in allocations. But within just a period of 1 month, they delivered it to the expectations. You know? 2, I would like to thank Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. You know, Robert is this man who will do something but not talk. But his intelligence already has something at hand that so and so has been doing this and this. Now, for you, the outsiders, you'll make some noise. After some days, this person who is denied something comes out and exposes him or herself. On that exposing, you start drawing yourselves in the back seats. Please wait. Maybe Bob Wine was right. He has done it severally. He did it on Mpuga. He did it on Moses Vigirwa. He did it on Kasibante Moses. He did it on Mukaku. He did it on Chidandala. He did it on Latifu Sebagala Sengendo. He did it on Abedi Bwanika, Juliet Kakande, Kagabo. To mention it, but the list is endless. And here we are, that because some of the people, your thoughts and minds are limited to position is not liberating a country, you wanted to use the image and the power of Kyagulanyi to climb where you want to be. Some of the people I would like to thank former member of parliament, Honorable Chigozi Sajjali Abene. That gentleman, for the 2 occasions, he has been lying low. You have never heard him anywhere spitting venom. He has remained on course. He has remained obedient. He has remained focused. You know? Now, for you to come out and you start yapping for us, it doesn't make sense. When they deny a party ticket and you are telling us you have ground, first of all, I was asking myself, if you had the ground, why did you want to come on the party ticket? If you had the ground, why are you so bitter about the party ticket and you are naming it on yourself? If you had the ground, why don't you pick the nomination forms and you go? Then we find you on ground. People who are claiming bribery, why is it that in the first place in 2021, you were given a party ticket and you didn't say so? So right now, because you were denied a party ticket, you are saying so? We should learn to know that we are not the alphas and omegas of this world. Change is inevitable, and you have to accept that. When you don't accept, change will change you. We have to get to know that things move in cycles. Today you are this, tomorrow you are that. Today you are high, tomorrow you are low. And the so-called seniors, I was listening to one of the voice notes from Mbwate Kamwa of Entebbe municipality. The plan they had generated, that they come as a swarm from DP as DP block, they enter DP, they do whatever they do as they are trying to panel beat this NUP, then suddenly they run out with everything. You know, some things, Bobi Wine is not an everyday person. Because there are things which are happening now, and I'm like, please wait. How did this gentleman get to notify this? How did he not see this? Meaning, his intelligence is working. Today and yesterday, the nomination is started from the National Electoral Commission. led by Justice Simon Byabakama. Today, Honorable Bali Mwezo was nominated for mayorship of Kampala. I request you, all of you, to rally behind Honorable Bali Mwezo for the better Kampala. As of Bali Mwezo, a person who has ever come near to him, a very down-to-earth man, a person who doesn't think that he is above all, a person who listens. Vote Honorable Bali Mwezo for the better Kampala and better management. I would like to stop here. Salute. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Saba saja kabaka wangale.